Hey everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me know you're here. It's really, really nice. Again, I'm Jill, and I will be guiding us through this 1 hour Power Vinyasa class. We'll keep talking a little bit about that idea of Pratipaksha Bhavana from the sutras, which, a quick reminder again that literal translation is something like Pratipaksha means the opposite of, and Bhavana is feeling or thought or emotion or sense. And so the full part of that sutra, I'm not going to say it in Sanskrit because my Sanskrit is not up to the task. But the idea, like the full 4 words in Sanskrit are basically like when wayward or negative or unintentional or counterproductive thoughts or feelings or emotions come into our field, that we will do ourselves a really good favor to think of the opposite, to hold the opposite. And on the surface of it, sounds like, it sounds really simplistic. It sounds like, I'm feeling sad today. Don't feel sad today. But it's actually asking us to go a little bit deeper than that, and ask us to find out where maybe that thought of sadness came from, what effect it's having, what the consequences are. Undoubtedly or inevitably, it's usually the ego, which is trying to keep us alive, but also likes that idea of limitation, to keep us in that really contained, safe space. And so sometimes that's a really good thing to examine is what is ego doing there. Hopefully you can see and hear me okay. It says connection is mediocre. So anyway, no need for particular props today. The wall may be handy if you have one nearby that you can get to easily, and if you don't, no worries. All right, we'll begin in extended child's pose. Knees wide, forehead down. Great. Take a moment in your child's pose to check in with yourself. Check in with the steadiness of your breath. We'll take just a few rounds of breath here. So on an inhale, see if you can visualize the full length of your spine, like the breath is going in almost to the crown of your head, traveling all the way down to the base of your tailbone. And on your exhale, it's retracing from your tailbone as though it could go all the way up the crown of your head. Take another 2 rounds of breath like that, really expansive. Take your time, make your way up to a seat. Find an easy, comfortable seat. Hero's pose if you like, which is with knees together, sitting back on your heels. Any other seat that's comfortable, also great. Great. With an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, wrap your right arm underneath your left for eagle arms. Take hold of shoulders or bring your palms to touch. And then allow your left ear to fall over towards your left shoulder. Bring your head back up, right ear to right shoulder. And inhale, release your bind, arms extend overhead again. Exhale, left arm under right. Eagle arms, always okay to grab your shoulders. And now let your right ear fall over to right shoulder. Back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. With an inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. You can always grab opposite elbows if that feels more comfortable. And squeeze your shoulder blades slightly together. Just kind of roll your shoulders back. If you have your hands clasped, Think, send your fist towards your heels, towards the floor. Good. Notice which grip you have, probably the one that feels most intuitive, feels natural. Then inhale, extend your arms up, release the bind. Exhale, clasp your hands and then take the other hand on top or other elbow on top if you're grabbing elbows. Same thing, shoulders back, maybe fist towards the floor. Good, and then let it go. Come to hands and knees, tabletop. And for cow pose, take an inhale, drop your belly and look forward. And exhale, round your spine, press the floor away for cat. Again, continue to flow through these two shapes. Take a few more rounds. On your next round cat spine, after that one, come back to neutral. Once you're at neutral, to thread the needle, with an inhale, sweep your right arm up and to the right. Exhale, slide your right arm underneath your left, bring your right cheek down. Left arm can stay here or maybe stretch forward. And then left leg, option to leave it where it is or extend it off to the side of your mat. So perpendicular to your mat if you're using one. Straight off to the side. And then think seal down the outer edge of your foot. You can get a better view here off to the side. So you're getting a little bit of inner thigh stretch at the same time. And then left hand underneath your shoulder, left knee underneath your hip. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and to the right again. And then from here, we'll set up that modified side plank. So kickstand your left shin to the left. Roll your right hip on top of your left as you extend your right leg back. Big reach in your top arm. You can lift your right leg parallel to the floor. You can stay here, kicking to the back wall, reaching to the sky, or if you'd like to add a sugar cane variation, you could bend your top leg, kick your heel towards your hip, and then reach back for your foot with your top arm. And if you make hold of your foot, take hold of it, then kick into your hand to add a stretch or a deeper stretch in your hip flexor of your right hip. So you might feel some space opening up through your front right hip, maybe quads. If you have the bind, release it. Inhale, expand. Exhale, set your right foot down. And then slow as you like, lift all the way up for gate pose. So lift your chest. And then right arm to right leg, left arm up and over. Big stretch in your left side body. Very little weight in your right hand. On an inhale, rise back up, arms to a T. On your exhale, plant your hands down towards the front of your mat, hands down, shoulder width apart. Ball of your right foot down. And now move your shin, so pick it up and set up your half pigeon. So foot over towards your right wrist. Untuck your back toes. And we'll stay upright in pigeon for today, for right now anyway. Steady breath. And then you might look over your left shoulder back towards your foot. So you're increasing the stretch in your right side. Also kind of check your alignment. Make sure your leg's straight back. Come back to center. Plant your hands right underneath your shoulders if they're not already. Tuck your back toes under. And like a three-legged plank, take an inhale, lift your hips up, hover your left shin and breathe. Think pull your heel up towards your hip crease. Stay for a breath in. Plank on the breath out. Step your left foot next to your right. Make sure shoulders under wrists. Still, it's okay to set your knees down at any point. Plank, stay for a breath in. Down dog on your breath out. Lift your hips up and then back. Take a moment. Maybe it feels great to pedal your feet a few times. It's Spread your hands really wide. Invite length into your spine and let that be your priority. Lengthen your breath, lengthen your spine. Let's take one more breath in here. And breath out. Good. Set your knees down. Come back to your hands and knees. To thread the needle on the other side, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, slide your left arm underneath your right, left cheek down. Right hand can stay or stretch away from your hips. Right knee, right leg can stay, or you can stretch it perpendicularly off to the side. Take one more round of breath. And then right hand under shoulder, right knee under hip. Unwind, inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, set up your side plank. So kickstand your right shin to the back. So like to the right of your mat, send your left leg back, reach up with your left hand. Pause. Good, and then lift your left shin parallel to the floor. Big reach in your top arm. Stay here, keep engaging your lifted leg. Or sugarcane, bend your lifted leg, heel towards your hip, reach back for your foot with your left hand. And if you make the bind, kick into your hand, add a little bit more hip flexor opening. Come back to your modified side plank, inhale. Left foot down, exhale, stretch it way back. Slow as you like, inhale, rise up, so chest, shoulders over hips. Exhale, gate pose, left hand to left leg, right arm way up and over. As you breathe, imagine right side rib cage finding more space, more expansion. With an inhale, rise back up, arms to a T. Exhale, plant your hands near the top of your mat. Ball mat of your left foot. And now rotate your right shin to set up your half pigeon. Untuck your back toes. Stay upright for now. Notice where there's sensation in the shape. And if you like it, you could look over your right shoulder, like you're looking back towards your extended leg behind you, to find a little bit more stretch. So from your left knee, really all the way up through your neck, you might find some space there. And back to center. Hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your back toes under. Hover your right shin. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, plank. Step your feet back. Plank, we stay for a breath in. Down dog on the breath out. Downward facing dogs. This time let's make it dolphin. So set one forearm down and then the other. Then you might clasp your hands together here. Check that your elbows stay right underneath your shoulders. Actively press your elbows into the floor so that you're keeping your shoulders really supported with big muscles like serratus and lats and not sinking into your shoulder flexibility. Walk your feet a little closer towards your elbows. And then today, try this. Let's try a wide-legged dolphin. So step your feet a little wider, maybe off your mat, unless that's too slippery, and then of course stay on your mat. And once you feel that sense of legs being a little wider, shift your, maybe go up to the ball mounds of your feet, so you're stacking your shoulders more and more, rather hips more and more over your shoulders. You're getting used to that sense of bringing some weight into your shoulders, but not full weight yet. And then walk your feet back towards hip width distance. Set your knees down. Come up to hands and knees. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, down dog. Hips up and back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take your time, walk your feet up towards your hands. Take a moment in ragdoll. Feet about hip width apart. Easy bend to your knees. Interlace your hands with opposite elbows. If you like, sway a little side to side. Forward and back. Sway back to center. Drop your hands towards the floor. Bring your feet towards each other, toe heel. With an inhale, rise all the way up to mountain pose. Stand up, extend your arms overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart, thumbs to chest. Pause here and breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath steady. As you move through the rest of your practice, I invite you to continue to meditate on the idea of Pratipaksha Bhavana, that law of opposites. So if you find yourself in a pose or there's a particular emotional response or mental response, ask yourself that question, what underlies that? What's deeper there? And if you find something that feels like a negative thought or something that feels untrue, doesn't ring true in your intuition, see if you can hold the opposite in your mind to find that some balancing force there. Let's take another breath in. And a breath out. Good. Today we'll move progressively through Sun Salutation A, so lots of flow. Find a sense of rhythm in your breath. And here we go. Inhale as mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll add on. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend. Bend your elbows, chest up, look up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue, inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain. This time, exhale, forward fold, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, super long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, all the way up. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step back. Hold plank for the breath in. Down dog is the breath out. Inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, stand up. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, standing back bend, Anjubatasana. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Hold plank for the breath in. Lower all the way down to belly on the breath out. Hands stay under shoulders. Inhale, low cobra, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain, super rhythmic in your breath. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank. Plank for the breath in. Lower to your belly on the breath out. Low cobra, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's add on. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, step it through, set your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, chest up, arms up, option to look up. Exhale, hands down for plank. Plank for the breath in. Lower to your belly on the breath out. Extend your arms by your sides. Inhale, locust. Lift everything you can possibly lift up. Exhale, hands under shoulders, down dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Standing back bend. Exhale, look up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Hold for the breath in. Lower to belly on the breath out. Set up your locust. Extend your arms. Inhale, lift up. Hands under shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Set your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, chest and arms up. And then exhale, hands down for plank. Stay for a breath in. This time, down dog and the breath out. Lift your left leg up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Standing splits. Inhale, float your right leg. Forward fold is the exhale. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Listen, inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your chest. Reach your arms alongside your ears as you breathe, or maybe hands at your heart, and pause. Take a moment to feel the rhythm of your breath again, even though you're not coordinating to movement at the moment. Feel the strength of lower body, the stability. It's that strength that allows upper body to find more lift, more lightness, more reach. Here's another breath in. Airplane arms as the breath out. Chair plane, sweep your arms back and down and back. Good. Standing back bend. Inhale, straighten your legs, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Planks this time, either stay here or take a breath in, shift your weight slightly forward to set up chaturanga. Then exhale, bend your elbows for your chaturanga dandasana. Make sure your neck stays long. Inhale for upward facing dog, heart forward, hover your thighs. This can always be cobra or locust instead. Then exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, lunge, step it through to your hands, and this time keep your back knee lifted. Let's take an open twist to the right. With an inhale, sweep your right arm up and to the right, and then pause. Squeeze inner thighs together. Reach up with your right hand to find more space across your chest. Take an inhale, prepare for a wide-legged forward fold. And then exhale, walk your hands around to the left. Bring your right toes with you so both sets of feet are parallel. Both feet are parallel. Let your head drop. For star pose, turn your heels in, toes out. Inhale, rise up, arms to a V. Pause. Firm your thighs. Soften your shoulders. Breath in, send energy to your fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Pause here. Find stability through lower body. through low belly, pull it in and up. Ease through your shoulders. One more moment. Good. Inhale's reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Left arm down, right arm up. Then exhale, extended side angle. Rebend your right knee. Right arm reaches forward and then down. Left arm can circle up by your ear. Roll your shoulder open. You might look up underneath your left arm. You can always look forward or down. Keep pressing through your back heel. Make your neck as long as you can. Inhale the star pose again. Reach out. Exhale, wide forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands under shoulders. Inhale as halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Crawl your hands forward. Good. We'll take a cat lunge. Keep your feet exactly where they are. Feet stay planted. With an inhale, lift your hips up. Work towards straightening your right leg. Let your forehead round towards your shin. Hopefully there's a little bit of space opening up in right hamstrings. You could add a calf stretch by flexing your right toes up. One more breath in. When breath out is forward fold, rock forward, step your feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, hips low and back. Exhale, airplane arms. Standing back bend. Inhale, straighten your legs, chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time the choice is yours. Exhale, could be chaturanga, could be a lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, low cobra or locust or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Press your heel away from your hands. Exhale, lunge, step it through towards your hands. Easy twist, left arm up. Inhale. Breathe. Exhale, squeeze inner thighs together. Big reach in your left hand. One more inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. This time hands go to the right. Inhale, rise to star pose. Expand out, firm thighs, soft shoulders. Exhale, warrior two. Move your left toes directly forward, right toes slightly forward, arms out wide. Pause here, take a moment to settle into this Virabhadrasana 2. Keep pressing through your back foot. Steady gaze across front hand. For reverse warrior, reverse triangle rather, straighten your left leg, right arm down, stretch your left arm way up and back. Maybe lift your left hip point 1 inch higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Bend your left knee, left arm down, right arm can circle up by your ear. Roll your shoulders open. Super long in your spine. Steady in your breath. And inhale a star pose again. Reach out. Exhale, wide forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Here's that cat lunge on this side. Keep your feet planted. With an inhale, lift your hips up. Round your forehead down and then breathe. Think energetically, guide your left hip back. Micro bend in your knees, totally fine. And if you like it, flex your left toes up to add the calf stretch. One more breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Step your feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, standing back bend, look up. Exhale, forward fold, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you choose the transition. Inhale is up dog or cobra or locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, lunge. Right arm up. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, wide forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale is star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star again, take up space. Exhale, wide forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, half lift. Low lunge to the front, exhale. Inhale, cat lunge, hips up, forehead down. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, standing back bend, stand up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your transition. Inhale, locust or cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, lunge, step it towards your hands. Left arm up. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, wide forward fold. Inhale, star, rise. Exhale, warrior two, open out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star again. Exhale, wide forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge front. Cat lunge. Inhale, lift your hips, round forward. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets left. Inhale, half lift. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane arms, Dakasana arms, standing back bend. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll add on here. Inhale is halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands about shoulder width apart for crow pose. Hands shoulder width apart. Touch your knees as close to your armpits as you can. Bend your elbows straight back. You look forward, and then maybe you consider lifting your toes. Keep pulling low belly in and up. Press the floor away. Keep your chin slightly forward so you're counterbalancing the weight of the rest of your body. Whichever version of the shape you're in, keep breathing through it. Find that sense of equanimity as best you can for another 3. Your transition comes up in 2. And then on 1, step or maybe shoot your legs back. Inhale, low cobra, locust, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay for a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through to your hands. This time we'll rise up to high lunge. Inhale, lift your chest, your arms, breathe. Check in here that your hips are facing forward as best you can. Lots of space in low back. Keep pulling low belly in and up. Energy through your fingertips. Breath in. Breath out, low flying crescent. Lean forward, airplane arms. And feel an unbroken line of energy from your left heel all the way through the crown of your head. And then here, you might clasp your hands behind your back or grab opposite elbows. Shift your weight into your right leg, so push off with your left toes. And then slow as you can, find a bound airplane pose. Lift your back leg up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's a little flavor of upward facing dog through upper body. Find steady breath. This might be a really good pose to explore that meditation on Pratipaksha Bhavana. Exploration of opposites. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. And then stand up. Bring your left knee forward like one-legged mountain, but hands stay at your heart. Take a breath in. Settle on your breath out. Inhale as arms up. And then exhale, wrap your left arm underneath your right, eagle arms. Still okay to grab shoulders. Wrap your left leg all the way around your right. Toes can always come down for balance. Pause here. If your toes are not down yet, set them down as we add a little bit of neck stretch here. So just like we did earlier in class, let your, this time, right ear fall over your right shoulder. Back up to center, left ear to left shoulder. Back up to center, inhale, one-legged mountain, arms up, option to kick your left heel forward. Exhale, low flying crescent, land light as you can, back toes down, lean forward, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, let's take triangle pose, straighten your right leg, hips back, reach forward with your right arm, and then left arm up. Hopefully you're just feeling a little bit of a stretch in the inner thigh or right leg. Feel length in your spine. You can always bring your left hand to your hip or your low back for support. Good. From here, we'll move towards half moon pose. We're going to go slow here to see if we can find sort of like a teeter-totter effect, a balance point, rather than starting with the right hand down. So we'll start by looking where you're going. So look down to the floor in front of your right foot. Left hand could be your low back if you prefer, or hip. And then push up with your left toes and see if you can find, like, go slow enough, patient enough that you can find that balance point where you feel like there's a lot of weight in your right leg, very little in your left. And maybe eventually you can kind of float your back leg up before you put your right hand down. And then if you like, right hand could come to a block or the floor, or if you're happy, continue to float your hand. Left arm can extend to the ceiling if you like. Kick into the whatever's behind you with your back leg. Let's breathe for 3. Take up some space. We're here for 2. Reverse warrior on 1. So soften your front leg, land your back foot. Inhale, extend your arms back. And then exhale, hands all the way down. Let's find a low lunge. Inhale, find 3-legged dog, float your right leg up and back. Then exhale, could be chaturanga or maybe 3-legged chaturanga, ekapada, 1-footed. Inhale, upward facing dog, not 3-legged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg. And then exhale, low lunge, step it through towards your hands. Inhale, rise to high lunge, lift your chest, your arms. Breathe. Let's take a moment to stabilize on this side. Engage your right thigh. Draw your left hip slightly back. Take an inhale. Exhale, low flying crescent, lean forward, airplane arms. Find your bind, so maybe clasp your hands or your elbows. You can always leave it out. Push up with your right foot. Weight is in your left foot. And then find your bound airplane pose. Float your right leg up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Steady your breath. Remind yourself maybe of your strength, your grace, your balance. And bring your hands to your heart. Draw your right knee forward, 1-legged mountain pose. Take a moment to stabilize through right thigh, lower the left thigh. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm under left, eagle arms. Wrap your right leg around your left, squeeze legs together. And then if you haven't already, set your right toes down, like a little kickstand there. Let your left ear fall over to left shoulder. Back through center, right ear to right shoulder. Back through center. Inhale, 1-legged mountain, arms up. Option to kick your right heel forward.
Exhale, low flying crescent, land your right toe as light as you can. Lean forward, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose, straighten your front leg, reach forward long, and then left arm down and right arm up. And so the idea here is that we're looking for length in your spine. Let that be more important than getting your left hand low. Reach your right arm up, or maybe hand to low back for more support. Breathe into wherever there's sensation. Let's take that same kind of teeter-totter half moon. So soften your left knee, look down. Left hand reaching towards the floor, but like it doesn't really want to get all the way there. Push up with your back foot. Stand up on your left leg. And then if you want, left hand can come down to a block or the floor, or it can continue to float. Kick back, maybe hand to low back or extending up to the ceiling. Breathe for 3. Keep breathing, we're here for 2. Reverse warrior on 1, bend your left knee, land your right foot. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the floor. Inhale, 3-legged dog, float your left leg. Exhale, could be chaturanga, ekapada, or could be some under transition. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Down dogs, take another breath in. Another breath out. Then inhale, lift your right leg high. Press your hands away from your hips, heel away from your hips. Exhale, lunge, step it through to your hands. Let's take that easy twist. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands around to the long edge of your mat. Pivot your feet. And here is where you may want to find some wall space if that's available. So we'll work towards headstand from here. So coming up from a straddle, totally fine to grab wall space. Bend your knees enough so that you can get the top of your head down on your mat. And we'll take tripod headstand, which is where head is 1 point, palms are the 2 other points. So you're looking for a 90-degree bend in your elbows, big, wide, stable triangle. Head down, palms down. Shift your weight into your head and your hands, so shift your hips up over your shoulders. And then get up onto the ball mounds of your feet, maybe up onto your toes. And if it feels like you can keep going, you might straddle your legs. They can lift up. Could all the way be into a headstand or not, it's up to you. Remember that your hands are your stabilizers. And when you're ready to come down as slow and with as much control as you can to make it less likely that you fall. Wide-legged forward fold. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, add halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front. So walk your hands to the front. Take an inhale. Find standing splits. Float your left leg up and then back. On your exhale for a seated twist, tuck your right knee behind your left foot. Come down to a seat. And so however the transition works for you, come down to a seat, right leg on top of left. If your right hip is like not totally touching the floor, extend your left leg to find more grounding through both hips. Inhale as both arms up. Exhale, right hand on the floor behind your back. Left hand can wrap around your shin, or your elbow can go around your shin. Look over your right shoulder. And then try this, just a really gentle, like 10% of your effort, press your knee away from your torso. Come back through center, find a counter twist, a balance point. Walk your hands over to the left, little easy lean to the left. Back to center. If you've extended your left leg, bend it again. Bring your weight into your hands. Find your standing splits. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Forward fold, feet together. Inhale, lift your right leg up for standing splits. And exhale, set up your twist on this side. Tuck your right knee outside your left foot. Come down to a seat. This time we're looking for the left leg up and over right. Left hip is not totally grounded. Extend your right leg so you find that stability. Inhale as both arms up. Exhale, left hand on the floor behind your back. Right hand maybe around your shin. Look over your left shoulder. Gentle press of your knee away from your torso. Back through center for your counter twist. Hands over to the right. And then back to center. Rebend your left knee if it's not already. Bring weight forward, stand on your left foot. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's take mountain pose. Stand up, arms up. And then exhale, clasp your hands together overhead. Release your index fingers so you have that steeple grip or Kali Mudra overhead. Looks like this, but over your head. Good. Take a breath in to extend. Then exhale, lean over to the right, shoulders to the right, hips go left to stretch out left side body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean to the left, hips go right. Shoulders left, hips right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take a back bend. So think shoulders up and then back, hips forward. Maybe trace your gaze back, trace your fingers back with your gaze. Take an inhale, rise back up. Keep your grip. Exhale, fold forward. Go slow like you're tracing a very steady line all the way down, all the way to the floor, and then feel free to release it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it, any transition you choose. Inhale for cobra or up dog or locust. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Easy twist, left arm up, inhale. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. And this time it is your choice. If you'd like to try another tripod headstand, you can bend your knees, bring your head down, hands down, maybe straddle your legs up. You might find wall space this time if you prefer for a little added stability. Or if there's something else you're craving in your practice, we'll take a few more rounds of breath here to explore. The adductors are looking for a little bit more space. I'll take a few lunges. And if you are upside down, now's a really good time to start making your way back down to earth. Hands under shoulders, inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge front. Let's find standing splits. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Listen. This time for an IT band stretch. On your exhale, step your right foot down outside your left foot. So your ankles are kind of crossed here. Legs are straight. Or straight enough. If it feels a little better to bend, like better on your low back or your hamstrings, then bend your knees a little. Let your head relax. Take the other side. Take an inhale, lift right leg back up to standing splits. Forward fold is the exhale. And now left leg standing splits. Inhale. Step it outside your right foot. Exhale. Ankles are pretty close to crossed. Legs are pretty close to straight. And inhale, lift left leg back up, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. This time, exhale, find a crouch and curl. So bend your knees, lift your heels, sink your hips down. Let your chin drop towards your chest. One more round of breath here. And so the next thing we'll do is transition down to a seat. You're welcome to use your hands to assist on the way down, or if you'd like to give your core a little challenge on the way down, reach your arms forward. And core is what will keep you going as slow as you can. So think engage the front line. Think slow as you can. So control, right? Think heels down first, and then hips down last. And since we're here, kind of almost in a boat pose, let's take a brief boat pose here. So keep your chest lifted, lift your shins up. Hands can be on the floor for low back support, or reach out towards your feet. Shoulders back, heart up. Let's breathe for another 3. Here's 2. Lower all the way down to your back on 1. Lower all the way down. Take a full body stretch. So arms back, legs forward. Huge inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Bend your knees. Relax your arms by your torso. And one final pose that we'll check out that is maybe not for everybody, depending on what's going on with your neck. We'll check out shoulder stand. So if you would like a shoulder stand, I'll talk you through it. If you know it's not the right thing for you, hang out here in constructive rest with your feet out wide towards the edges of your mat. Knock your knees together. Or you can even take legs at the wall, just legs straight up. All right, if you would like to check out a shoulder stand, be sure that you're looking straight ahead to whatever is above you the whole time so your neck stays really stable and straight. Start with legs up the wall for a moment. Extend your legs up. And the next thing we'll do is shift your hips up over your shoulders. Bring your hands to your low back to support. So when you're ready, core strength will do a lot of work for you, maybe a little momentum. Shift your hips up over your shoulders. And bring your hands to your low back. And then you probably want to walk your elbows closer together for more stability. If this feels like it's not the right thing for your neck, then come out of the shape, come back to legs at the wall or constructive rest. And then once you're here in your shoulder stand, if you're deciding to stay here, engage your legs. Think shoulders under hips, ankles right on top of hips. So you're looking to align everything there. Steady breath, steady gaze. Shoulder stands. If you'd like to come out through plow pose by tipping your toes towards the floor behind your head, you're welcome to. And then very slowly make your way down to your back. We'll take a moment here in constructive rest. Feet out wide, knees to touch or close to touch, hands to torso. Couple rounds of breath here to explore the idea of Pratipaksha Bhavana. Noticing if there's something negative that maybe ego is telling us, asking the deeper question of where that thought came from, and seeing if we can remind ourselves of the thing that is really the truth. Which may feel like the opposite. There's a particular pose that you feel maybe an aversion to, just as an example, you feel an aversion to. You might ask yourself why there is that aversion. And for example, if the answer was something like, I don't feel like I look the right way in the pose, or it doesn't look like the magazine cover or the Instagram. And why does that matter to us? And maybe it's something like we have a strong desire to feel connected, to feel a part, to feel community. And of course, that's one example, and that's very specific. It could be any number of things. That's the idea. It's like holding the idea of a longing for belonging and community instead of, I don't like this pose. Lift your shins parallel to the floor. Open your arms out wide to a T. Cross your right knee on top of your left, so kind of like eagle legs. And then let your knees fall to the left, chin fall to the right. Let your hips come back to center, knees follow. Switch the wrap of your legs, left knee on top of right. And now knees go right, chin goes left. Let your hips lead the way back to center, knees follow. Unbind your legs. Draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins or thighs. If you like, bring your forehead up towards your knees. One more breath in. Breath out, expand outward into Shavasana. Relax your legs and arms. Make yourself comfortable. If that means bend your knees, then bend your knees. If it's better to take a seated meditation, take a seated meditation. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana longer, as long as you like, or as long as you have time for. You might continue to meditate on that Sanskrit phrase, Pratipaksha Bhavana. This is a really powerful practice off the mat too, of course. So I invite you to explore there. It's been an honor to be with you today. Thanks, everybody.